Do you know that 90%, I can say 90% of the wars and conflicts we often experience or have heard, both within and internationally, are often ignited by pride, the inability to acknowledge one's fault and apologize. You did something to someone, instead of to say I am sorry and it will end there. You, because you were not taught manner, because you were not taught respect, you took it upon you to sustain pride, take up pride, and instead let things be destroyed. And in most cases, things get destroyed because you can't hurt me and expect peace, except to some people. But there are people you cannot, do things and go free. No. So definitely you meet cows, you see, and that leads to the some of the wars and the problems you see in the world today. Both family conflicts. I have seen where a family conflict that I decided to go close to ask from the other party, and I discovered it was actually nothing, absolutely nothing. And these are adults who are older than me. And when I was approaching, I let them know that please, I know I'm a child when it comes to both of you, but please permit me to, I want to find out something. And these are adults. And this person is just supposed to say, I'm sorry. This is not like this. This is not like this. But no, pride sustained. And then you go some, go to court, some begin some conflicts and, wars, unnecessary. Some will lead to the extent of several lives taken just for lack of apology. You see? And now, every one of us expects or wants to be apologized to. We want to feel, you know, feel that, that point where feel okay. We want to feel okay when someone tells us, I'm sorry. We want to feel it. You understand? Because it was a pain. And now we're expecting it to be, you know, expecting a remedy for it, expecting an apology for it, so that our mind can calm down. And then we are not getting it. We go mad. You see? So now you are expecting this apology and you're not getting it. And then next thing, things are on the lane to be destroyed. And where is all this springing up from? It is springing up from one source. And that source is who trained these individuals who cannot say, I'm sorry. Now, let me not go too far. Let me not stress it too long. We keep our mothers, we allow women to train our children. And unfortunately, it is too clear to have seen that women are people who we have seen that they choose not to like to apologize. They choose not to like to apologize. Not that they cannot, but they choose not to because of no consequences given to them in most times. That is just the only reason. Don't tell me that women don't apply. You see, I don't buy those kind of stupid theories and ideologies. It's a lie. I know it's manipulation, so I don't buy them. By the time I give you something, you apologize extra and put extra on top. Mm-hmm. So it's because some people try to buy these stupid theories and manipulations that most women sell. And then before you know it, it become normalized. Today you can see people say you'd expect sorry from a woman. So suddenly you have stopped expecting, you have started seeing it that she has the right. You have started saying that you shouldn't demand for it, and you are feeding this person is under your roof. You don't know what to do. You are claiming you want peace. So that person doesn't want peace. Huh? That person, you think she doesn't want peace. And she's giving you war. You don't know what to do. Eh? You don't know where to pull out war. Like pull out, like pull out armored tanker. You don't know where to pull out armored tanker on her. Hmm? That you allow her to pull wall on you, and then you are now running for peace. Have you ever heard that if you beg for peace, you don't get it? It's only what you come with to get peace, especially when it's coming from someone. If someone is bringing war to you and you ask for peace once, they didn't give it to you, bring war. Bring war to the person. You understand? Everybody wants peace, so nobody who doesn't want peace, even that girl you think that doesn't like peace, you say women don't like peace. Give that person war. You know that they have everything. They have everything you want. So you don't just go and say because you say you're a man, you want peace, you want blah blah blah, and then before you know it, you have normalized a very stupid attitude in your home. You begin to accommodate a very stupid attitude that you keep enduring. You that have gone to seek for peace, you have gone to marry someone so that you'll be happy. You are now automatically settled to endure. Probably from the first year of your marriage or second year, you have automatically adopted, automatically approved, and accommodated a very stupid behavior in the name of you want peace. Is your hand tied to send the person away? Huh? Who told you that she doesn't want peace? Now, these children, we keep them under this agenda, under this gender who doesn't apologize. And most of our children grow under women. They grow under women because most times the men are out there hustling, toiling to bring something to the family. And then that is where we get a very bad grooming of a lot of children. Because that's the one has on matter. One has on matter. In our tradition, in Igbo language, in Igbo land, we don't see that it is a woman, it's a responsibility of a woman to train a child. They are there to care. But you see the proper training of that child to be reasonable, to be standard. It's not given by a woman. A woman tries to often maybe pets. You see, so this does not give the best out of that child. So when these children are left under the custody of their mothers, and these are the mothers, especially of this particular generation, who have who have taken it as a taking it as an attitude never to apologize when they wrong you, but they want you to always what apologize to them. Now, how do you think that this person who never apologizes to you will ever teach her child how to apologize? And children learn by example, not just theory. They learn by example, practical. So in a home where the father is angry and the mother is just walking fiam, fiam, doing her thing, talking anyhow, and the children are watching. And then tomorrow, these children become nuisance to the society, become very nonsense to the society. And then he goes out there, somebody does something, he does something to somebody, he will refuse to apologize. And he would rather run to the mother. And when he runs to the mother, he says, the mother, there you touch my child, how dare you touch my child? Before me, there is problem. Do you see what she has produced to the society? You cannot have people who does not apologize and expect to have children who apologizes. And these children are the future of what? Tomorrow, right? So that means as long as we have all these children being groomed under this, set of, or let me say, type of women, because they are majority, almost all, they have taken it like they want men to understand it. They want men to see it as a fact that they don't apologize. So how do you expect them to teach a child how to apologize? How do you expect them to bring forth children who apologizes when they are wrong? Because we are talking about when you are wrong, apologize. And you will see a lot of peace, a lot of things will be settled. Not pride. Everybody has pride. But after that, when you are wrong, what do? You must come down. You must come down. Otherwise, you must meet war. When you jam the wrong people, you must meet war. You see it? It's not something you should pet with. If you meet a woman who cannot apologize, that's why at the early stage of your relationship, you watch it. Watch it carefully. If it is only you that has to apologize, I'm not saying that only you cannot, because I remember in my own story when I was with my girl then, she tells me that is she the only one that will always be apologizing? And I asked her, what have I done to you? It's because you have been fooling. And now it's like it's too much for you. You have apologized and apologized. Now you think it's too much. You don't want to be apologizing again. And you think me, I am happy watching the fooling. You think I'm happy? I'm only accepting the apology as a remedy, as something that, okay, as a human, let me use this one and, bring down myself. Not that I'm happy and I have become cool with the fool you are displaying. You see? This same girl even told me that because that period I was always apologizing in the name of I'm looking for peace. So one of the days I had to come and apologize so that we can keep going. After she has clearly done one very foolish thing. Can you imagine? And then when I doing the apology, she now told me that, do you know that when she was small with her grandmother, with her mother, she doesn't apologize. No matter what she doesn't apologize. Come rain, come sun, the mother will still come and beg her. And they have to beg her very well before she, starts doing anything. Can you imagine? Do you see where she was destroyed? Very extremely destroyed. And now she has grown. She's seeing that it right. And you know what? One day I said, okay, this is someone I want to keep in my home. And we're talking about future. So it automatically means that if this is you, then it can work. Because I cannot apologize to you when you are wrong. Then how can I correct you? How can you be of good thing? How can you produce good thing? You will always do more and expect me to say sorry. And that's how I had to end that relationship, because it makes no sense. In fact, that day she thought it will always be as usual, and she was shocked to the marrow. Shocked to the marrow that she never knew that I have made the final decision, like I've ruled it in my heart in a long time, but she didn't know. I took my time to normalize my heart so that I don't feel pain when she leaves. And then when I was okay, one of the days happened again, and she expected that she would get sorry, and it was a shock. And even when she acted like she had gotten herself, that she have now know her mistake, I told her no, it's over, that it is over. Because I told her any day I tell you it's over, it's over. So be careful not to hear it's over from me. And that was how it ended. So this kind of person, you expect her to groom a child who is, who feels sympathy over what he or she have done, who feels pity when he hurt someone. He will not. It will be group of people who are with heartless souls that when they do something to you, they walk away and tells you in their mind, go and do your worst. Because they weren't grown to apologize when they are wrong. So how can they do that? They have become adults. I am talking about people who are now adults, who have given birth also. They were not taught to say I'm sorry. And they have grown, married, given birth, and they don't say I'm sorry. And you know what? They all expect you to say I'm sorry to them. So how can we have a good word? How can you expect a word of peace when you marry these kind of people? So if you must cut off some of these things, if you must have a word or picture a word or come to the reality of a word where people will be, sanitized, there will be morals, then it has to start from you. Marrying someone who is sensitive, who is sensible. You can't go and marry an idiot, someone who doesn't have conscience, who feels he can't tell you, sorry, who feels you don't deserve apology. Then when you marry such a person, you expect that the child you give birth to will be sensible and will always, apologize when he is wrong in any matter. How can such child even come to tell you, Daddy, I'm sorry for what I have done? I saw a post of a girl. She said, oh, death, why didn't you take my daddy instead of my mommy? You should have taken my daddy. These are people that somehow their minds has been condemned against their father. Because when they were young, they saw how their mother treated their father without respect. So they don't have any respect for that figure called a man. So even when they do wrong to their father, they don't come to say, I'm sorry, daddy. Because their mother haven't pushed them to say I'm sorry. Because their mother too does not say I'm sorry. So do you see how it keeps growing? So when that child is going, it's going with pride, unnecessary pride. I remember one certain time I was working in a government office, and a lady came with a fake receipt, which I, calmly told her that, please, where did you get this? Because this is fake. And this girl blew up. She blew up and started shouting at me, raising her voice. And I said, you are talking with me, and I haven't shouted at you. I only told you that this receipt is not our receipt. It's fake. Who gave you this receipt? I want to know. And then she was sparking and sparking and sparking and sparking. This is someone who is feeling entitled, even in a government office. She was feeling entitled, feeling she doesn't owe anybody any explanation, any apology. And then at a point, my superior was there, trying to touch me to calm down. Don't react. I said, no, sir, you are no longer on seat. Allow me to handle this. I know how to handle this kind of people very well. And then while she was packing, I decided to keep her there for the next 3 hours without attending to her. And when she began to, reduce her voice, I had to now tell her that all protocols will be observed, will be duly observed. You see this, you have come with a fake receipt and you are a thief. I had to make sure I called the security on her to follow all the normal procedures, since she refused to listen. And then she made a comment. That's the very comment that made me, say this story now. The comment is that she said, I've never seen, no man on this earth has ever made me cry. And I said in my mind, if you stay maybe one more day with me, you will cry throughout the day. Because you have to be normal, you have to be sane. You have to be sane. You cannot be mad around me. You're not a fool. You were born. Somebody spent money to feed you, and you grew up to be foolish. And she cried and cried and cried out her tears. Very beautiful, long thing. Beautiful. And the worst about me is that once you show forth this kind of attitude, I don't even see beauty again. Everything will just become so messy in my eyes. And she was put in her place. And that was because of what? She feels this, she's arrogant. She feels this pride of, she owes nobody apology, no explanation. Maybe all her life, when she gets to any man and the man will see her beauty and then fall. And all protocols will be crossed. Maybe she has been meeting such. And unfortunately, one day for her, or just unfortunately, she met the wrong person. Because definitely one day, you will meet the wrong people. And you will realize that it is not so, that you have just been meeting some foolish people. And then she learned her lesson that day, because she had to follow all the procedure. So what am I saying? If we want a sane society, we must start it from women. Those people we leave children with. We must start from there. You think it doesn't happen by magic. It doesn't happen by... That's why if you want to destroy any society, just destroy the women. Destroy the women. Turn them to one stupid thing. And you see that the children that will be groomed under them will be nothing to write home about. It will be extra foolish. How do you expect a sane society when the trainer is not sane? I don't know if you get it. You want a sane society. But the whole children who are going to handle that sane society are being groomed under someone who is not sane. What kind of magic and miracle are you expecting in that society? As I'm talking to you, I'm still telling you that even this current generation coming up right now, maybe in the next 5, 10 years, the next children coming up, if you don't handle the women, if you don't handle the women, you will see the miracle you're expecting will be a dream, because you see the worst society. You see these ones, we are calling them Gen Z. I don't know the name. The next ones will be. Gen Z will be angels to compare to those ones. Yes. If you want to find out what I'm talking about, check the kind of women we are seeing now, and they are giving birth. Avoid having a child with this type of women. Avoid having a child with this type of women, because when they give birth, they will still groom that nonsense. Nothing, no, like, do you know that naturally a child born or groomed under a man naturally tends to be, tends to have this sanity in him. It tends to have this sanity and clarity. Not, like this, like this. Today, the same women are complaining that today's men are weak, weak men, weak men. Trained by who? Groomed by who? Yeah? Groomed by men or women? A snake will always give birth to a snake, to a long thing. So what magic are you expecting? Because you go, you give birth, and then some of you, maybe because of a quarrel in a home, you take the child and run away, or go to all this child care, something, something, so that they can give you the custody of the child. And when they give you the custody of the child, in a sense society, you cannot train that child. You cannot train that child. And to even confirm that you cannot train that child, you still make the cut to force the man to be giving you money. That means you cannot feed that child you have gone to take. So you cannot feed the child, and when it comes to sanity, you cannot also train the child. So why is the child under you? And I thought they said it is a seed of the man. And if it is the seed of the man, why are you the one taking the child? Were you not taking care of during when you were pregnant? I don't know. If we really want a sane society, a lot of things, you must start from the women. You must start from the women. The women must be sane. They must be clear in their head for you to have a sane society. Otherwise, it will be a waste. The current ones you call Gen Z, I don't know what the next ones will be. They'll be worse than Gen Z. So if you want a sane society, we must start from the women. That which you want from your child, make sure it's in that woman you want to marry. That which you want from the child, make sure it's found in that woman you want to marry. Don't pet things. Don't. We are talking about future, next generation. We are not here to just open leg and born. We want a sane society. See people misbehave and you go to church and start praying for what you can take care of.